Hello everybody and welcome back to Phyzik Talks. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you enjoyed today's video, please do leave it a like and subscribe if you want to help support me and my channel. Nearly at that 10k mark, unbelievable. So pleased about this. When I started, I never thought I'd get this far, so it's wonderful. It's really great. So today, we're going to be talking once again about Onision, but I think it's important to talk about this in particular because this is one of his biggest slip-ups in quite a long time. Been looking into the whole Shane Dawson thing, and it's incredibly evident by his actions and past comments that this is not at all what he really thinks about Shane Dawson. He absolutely is using this as a way of just jabbing at him to try and provoke a reaction. This is what he's been doing a lot recently. He did a video recently where he decided to do blackface, and he claimed that all it was him wearing a mud mask, but he's wearing a black mud mask in a video where he's talking about race. You did that intentionally to provoke people. You cannot use the excuse that you were wearing a mud mask. What, so it's just a coincidence that you were wearing a black full face mud mask in the middle of a video where you're talking about race? Any normal human that was just using a mud mask would take it off before the video. Jesus Christ. So let's get into today's topics. Yeah, I've already changed my shirt. It's one of those days in England, really warm, really warm. So there's a YouTuber I really enjoy watching called Inabba. He does a lot of stuff on Onision, and he has brought out a video recently looking at Onision and a slip up that he's very evidently made. Now, what Inabba was mainly talking about in this video is a stream between Onision and Lucidia. We're going to be taking a look at that stream, and we're going to be taking a look at some of Onision's older tweets, and we're going to be having a look at how obvious it is that Onision is lying when he's talking about Shane Dawson. So the main point in this stream is that Onision, if he thought that Shane Dawson was genuinely doing these things that he says he's been doing, then why hasn't he contacted the authorities? It's an incredibly good question. You know, he should have done this by now if he was going to. The thing is, Onision has only started talking about Shane Dawson being creepy and a child predator when Pop Blast's article came out. For those of you that don't know, a while back, Pop Blast put out an article saying that Shane Dawson is a paedophile and a child predator because he's making jokes about paedophilia in a live stream.
This child was probably 6 years old, and I was taking a picture of something, and the kid turns to me and goes, "Oh, are you Instagramming?" And first of all, how does a 5-year-old, 6-year-old know what Instagram is? Which is terrifying.
And Pop Blast cut up the stream to take out the bits where Shane Dawson was laughing and saying that he was joking. I actually am unsure as to whether Onision has seen the original stream. I feel like he's just seen that article and thought, this looks interesting, I'll jump on this, I'll join them. And so by doing this, Onision is actually no better than these terrible news publications that will twist context to their own agenda just for a good scoop. Onision is doing the exact same thing. Onision is also no better than the Wall Street Journal when they were saying that PewDiePie was an anti-Semite and a Nazi. He is no better than these people. And in Onision's response to the Pop Blast article and Shane Dawson's stream, Onision says, "You can't make jokes about this. You're a child predator if you're making these kinds of jokes or these kinds of comments."
And I said, "Okay, little big dick, why do you have so many followers?" And she goes, "Oh, I'm a cheerleader." And I'm like, "Oh."
See, I don't think you guys understand the magnitude. Like, people will talk about my past, where I was with legal age folks. We're talking about 10-year-olds, 11-year-olds. You cannot compare the two. We're talking about a person who's taking parts in sexually harassing children.
When we can flip this round on Onision and take a look at some of the jokes he's made in the past. So thank you to Sky and Katie for bringing these tweets to my attention. If we take a look at this, this is from Onision. on the 22nd of February 2013. It says, I miss Skyping with 6-year-old boys. It's just my stupid wife is always around, so I can never get the lotion to do its work on time. That's funny, Onision, because using your own logic, this would suggest that you're a... What do you have to say about that then, buddy? In fact, what you've said here is worse than what Shane Dawson said, because Shane Dawson was very clearly joking, and you could tell by the tone of his voice that he was joking, whereas you have written this out. There is absolutely no clues here to suggest that you're joking. I know that you're joking, but using your own logic, there, as well as this, I never mentioned this as well. I mean, people might say, yes, but that's old. That's a really, really old comment. But so is Shane Dawson's podcast. That's really old as well. So again, using his own logic against him, he's done something 10 times worse. Regardless of any of this, is it not you who dated a 17-year-old at the age of 26 and waited till she was 18 before announcing that it was official? As well as this, you seem to have a lawyer on hand so that you can check the legalities when you're dating someone younger than you. The thing is, Onision, you think that by using the law you can make it okay, where in actual fact you can't at all, because as I've pointed out, a lot of other countries have incredibly young ages of consent. So if you were in those countries, would you be using their societal expectations? Christ almighty, it's pretty funny that you have a lawyer on hand to check whether you can whether it's statutory. Oh my god. Oh wow. So alright, let's take a look at this stream then.
Well,
because you said,
where did I say
you said yes. You said that if you don't go to the authorities or something like that when a crime's been committed, you're just as guilty.
Where did I say a crime was committed?
Are you kidding me?
Where did I say
You
a crime was
said
committed?
that Shane Dawson sexually harassed a minor. That's a crime.
That's right, I am once again wearing a different t-shirt. But check it out! How cool is that? Awesome. Don't know if you guys like the Doors, but I like the Doors a lot. This is from the festival that I was at over the weekend, a New Day festival, which is in Faversham, not too far from me. It was fantastic. Got to see Caravan, got to see Curved Air, got to see Hawkwind, got to see Gong, got to see the Peat Bog Fairies. Brilliant stuff. If you guys like prog rock, classical rock, that kind of stuff, you will have enjoyed it. So yeah, you may also have noticed that my face is like but this is because I have some ridiculous tooth infection that has made my face just anyway. I just want to say first and foremost that this girl Lucidia, top notch shutting up Onision. I love it. I don't get tired of seeing that. So yeah, good job there. Also, yes, Onision in this situation is absolutely avoiding the point of what she's saying, because he categorizes things, doesn't he? And there's no flexibility in any of it. If the definition of a stalker fits you, you're a stalker. If the definition of obsessive fits you, you're obsessive. So in this situation, he's saying that, well, I didn't say he had committed a crime, so therefore I don't need to call the authorities. But what the hell are you talking about, buddy? You have said Shane Dawson has babies and young children. You can't just say these things online and then say, oh, but I didn't say he committed a crime. You have absolutely said that. You have absolutely insinuated that he is a rampant... Of course you have. And this girl isn't dumb like most of your fans that can actually see through your... So that's great. Let's continue.
Come on. You said it.
Can you show me where it's listed as a crime?
Where it's listed as a crime?
Yeah,
I don't know.
So there's like tons of websites that tell you what is and is not a crime.
Study law. That's not my job.
God, I really look like a hamster, don't I? That's storing some food for later. Here we go again. Onision, we all know you have a lawyer on standby that can give you information on whether you're doing something morally right or morally wrong, which is absolutely not how you should base your morals. But the rest of the world doesn't. we can see what a crime is, as can you. You clearly know that what you've said Shane Dawson has done is a crime. And with you, it's all down to those legalities, isn't it? You don't really care about something if it's not illegal, but if it's illegal, then whoa! Stop right there. So you're really confusing when you're saying this, because the way you've spoken, in your mind, as you've spoken about in the past, this would absolutely be categorized as a crime. So you're talking nonsense. You're contradicting yourself massively.
It's a difference.
He was pretty, I don't know, Shane was pretty young at the time. He apologized.
No,
he knows it was off color.
Okay, so
Come on. Why don't you ring the authorities then? If you are genuinely concerned, Greg, I'm being legitimate here. If you're really concerned about children's welfare around Shane Dawson, report it. Do it live. I want to see you on the phone live.
It's okay. So
Why?
let me reverse this on you. First of all, didn't say any laws were broken. I already said that to you, but you are blaming.
But if you're worried about a child being in danger by Shane Dawson, which you have said that you worry about children around him, then wouldn't you want to contact the authorities about that?
I
Just
have to wait
saying.
for him to actually clearly break a law.
Why do you have to wait for him? Why do you have to wait for him? What are you waiting for?
Because I don't want to waste police's time with false accusations.
There it is. There it is. We got there. We got there. We got there. We got there in the end, guys. You're chatting shit. You're chatting absolute shit. It's all rubbish, isn't it? You're just You're attacking Shane Dawson, calling him a predator. These are all things you've been called in the past. You know how it feels. You know how damaging it can be to his career. What, did you see how this had affected your channel and just thought, hold on, if I do the same thing to Shane Dawson, calling him something that he's not, then his channel will be No! Absolutely not, because we know that this is absolutely not true, whereas with you there is actual proof that you could be this kind of a person. You're talking rubbish. You absolutely 100% know that Shane Dawson isn't a child predator. You've just been using this as an excuse to jab at him, attack him and provoke him, and he's not taking the bait, which is great, and this is all going to collapse on you. This will collapse on you, and you can't do this. This isn't how you get places. This isn't how you get recognition. You're just driving your channel into the dirt, pushing it further and further down, right where it belongs as well. Once again, I do want to say, check out Inab's channel if you want to see his video he's recently made on Onision, covering very similar things that I've talked about. There is a clip that he showed at the end of his video that I'm going to show you now, because I think it's the key to all of this, really, because it's something Onision says about Shane Dawson, and this was back a little while ago, and it disproves every last bit of this. Check this out.
He's not creepy. If anything, Shane's like a nervous little puppy. He's literally like paranoid of everything. So you can take all those pedophile jokes he makes and reverse them on him. 12-year-olds are more likely to molest Shane Dawson than he is to molest them. Way more likely.
So from that, you can see that Onision absolutely doesn't believe any of this. It's too much of a coincidence that he started talking about this at the exact same time that Pop Blast's video came out, and you can clearly see that this is not what he was thinking a little while ago when it was convenient to him. He absolutely twists context to suit his own agenda, and people have wisened up to this. People can see this. It's very obvious what you're doing. So just give up with it. Give up with it and just have a channel and make nice, good content, and then people won't despise you like they absolutely do. Anyway, that's all I want to say on this topic. I'm going to leave Onision videos alone for a little bit, because I've done quite a few recently, and there are many more things in this world that I would like to be talking about. I'm going to have some movie reviews coming up soon as well, so all that here on the Phyzik channel. Thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed today, please do leave a like and subscribe if you'd like to help support me and my channel. Fan art will also be back in the next video, so look forward to that. Thank you very much, guys. I will see you in the next one. Take care now.